Australians, 2 Germans, the Olympic sprint champion Jason Kenny and a young man from the Netherlands, Matthijs Boekle. Quality field and a real chance for Andrew Taylor and Scott Sunderland to get on the podium. Won't be easy though, because Kenny, we know, is a top-class sprinter. Max Levy's been a Keirin world champion before. Bocic, the other German's a young man on the way up.
On the left, it's Levy. Jason Kenny now selecting his position on the track. Olympic sprint champion and team sprint champion as well from last year. Now it's Andrew Taylor's turn, but I wasn't that impressed with the speed of Jason Kenny in the second round. He was impeded by Purvis, but he just didn't seem to have that speed that we saw last year. Scott Sunderland, he's drawn number 3. And Boekle, he'll be lining up in position number 5. And the young man from Germany, Bocic, he'll be at the top of the track. Posse number 6. He's got a gold medal from the team sprint this week. So the 2 Aussies certainly have a very good chance. I think the fastest man on form, the German Levy. Purvis I would have put as one of the outright favourites as well on that pure form we saw in the kilometre time trial, and he showed that just then to finish 7th. He's out of the mix, so that increases the chances for the 2 Aussies, Sunderland and Taylor.
Well, no Sir Chris Hoy at these championships, and he's been the rider that's stood between Maximilian Levy and glory at World Championship and Olympic level in the last 2 major finals. And he gets his chance to win a 2nd World Championship in the Keirin. So often is the case, tactics, positioning, getting the right wheel, so important. Germany and Australia, the 2 most successful nations in men's Keirin, both with 6 World Championships each. Australia have had 5 World Champions. Danny Clark, the only multiple winner. And only 3 riders have won world titles for Germany and 6 successes overall. Michael Hübner won 3, Jens Fiedler a couple, and Max Levy, of course, in 2009.
When Danny Clark was winning his title, certainly a very different event back then. Same format, but there were different riders that competed for the victory. These days, pure sprinters that roll up on the start line at the World Keirin Championship. Our most recent winner, Shane Perkins, from a couple of seasons ago. Unfortunately not at the championships this year, recovering from shoulder surgery.
There's the Australian Keirin champion in the blue bike on the inside, Andrew Taylor. So who will want the front? 5.5 laps behind the motor pace.
The man in black, it's not Johnny Cash, it's the Derny rider. Scott Sunderland has the speed to get a medal here, Sunderland.
And almost anticipating the start there, Scott Sunderland, wanting the front of the motor pace. But he has to ease back because it's Andrew Taylor in the blue bike who leads from Max Levy. Jason Kenny in 3rd. And then Bocic, Boekle and Sunderland all the way back to last place after he was 2nd on the outside in the early stages.
Plays havoc on the nerves, the Keirin. Super nervous as they line up. And a massive explosion to go to get position behind the bike, and then this moment of pause, the calm before the storm. Andrew Taylor, Levy, perhaps the favourite. Normally put Jason Kenny in the favourite position. Not sure if he's got the same sort of form that we saw at the Olympics last year, but you certainly wouldn't count the Olympic sprint champion out. Anyone that can get the better of riders like Sir Chris Hoy, Gregory Bourget, has to be given the utmost respect. Botticher from Germany in 4th position. The young Dutch rider Buckley, orange, and then Scott Sunderland bringing up the rear.
It is the calm before the storm. We saw Andrew Taylor come very wide and winning his Australian Keirin Championship. Had a fantastic championships. This is a world-class field behind him. He's a former world champion of this event. Max Levy, then Kenny looking over his shoulder, looking for the moves to happen. Botticher back to Buckley, and Sunderland now peels out to take Buckley's wheel. So the moves beginning to be made. Taylor caught on the inside as Buckley goes to the lead, the Dutch rider. Good move. Taylor on the inside. Sunderland moving up. Levy in the middle. And Max Levy's the first one to head out, using his experience in the Keirin final. On his wheel, Jason Kenny. They get the bell lap. And it's Maximilian Levy from Germany with a blistering turn of speed. In 2nd place, Jason Kenny. But Levy's left him in his wake. Kenny pulling up on the outside. Kenny coming quickly. And Jason Kenny wins the World Championship. Levy thought he had it in the final lap. But it's Jason Kenny with a blistering turn of speed on the outside. And he judged it perfectly. Buckley gets the bronze medal. And the Aussies miss out.
Well, Jason Kenny dispelling my suggestion that his form perhaps isn't as good as it was at the Olympics last year. Great tactical ride. Levy, very strong sprinter, going early. Kenny putting himself in the perfect position, 2nd wheel, coming to the bell, and then just cruising around the outside. You could see distancing himself from Buckley from the Netherlands. The 2 favourites coming into this final, finishing 1st and 2nd. Small surprise, Buckley coming away with the bronze medal. Andrew Taylor just missing out in 4th place. Yet he'll be happy, the Australian champion, to come away from his first World Championships. It just gets better for the Olympic champion. 2 gold medals last year in London. And now the Keirin World Championship to add to the tally.
And Great Britain's 6th victory in the Keirin. Of course, dominated by Chris Hoy with 4 individual wins. Jamie Staff with a win as well. But the Olympic champion has become only the 3rd British winner of 6 overall titles in the men's Keirin. They're almost getting drunk with success, aren't they, Team GB?
Well, it's always interesting to see the year after the Olympic Games where the form is at for these big stars. And you know, I do actually think that Jason Kenny is perhaps not at his absolute best. And I think the celebrations from the team may indicate that they were pleasantly surprised to see Kenny coming away with the gold medal here in the Keirin. Strong performance from Levy, as always, as we've seen these last couple of seasons. Good result from the Netherlands. They have had some history of good results in the sprint events at world level. Buckley, the next man on the scene for them. Andrew Taylor gaining some fantastic experience with his 4th place. It's Jan van Eyden, the former Keirin world champion himself, part of the Great Britain sprint coaching program.
They call him the Bolt from Bolton. Jason Kenny, just 24 years of age, but he's scaled the mountain with an Olympic